Hey guys, welcome back to Backwoods Boys. We just figured we'd give a bit of a tour of the place here. No one's really seen it other than on Sons of Winter, and we've got a bunch of new viewers, so we figured we'd show you what this cabin and what our yard looks like. So, you'll see here we've got the ladder set up for getting up when we get a chimney fire. It doesn't happen real often, but when you do, you need to get up fast. We store the wood along under the edge of the eaves there and keep it dry. We're running a little low. We're going to have to cut some new firewood, and that will probably come up in another episode right away. You'll notice some barbed wire on the window. All the windows on this cabin are covered with barbed wire, and we just leave it there all through the year. That deters bears through the summer and deters people through the rest of the year a little bit. The cabin is powered by a solar panel. Just a single one right now. We'll get more eventually. And the cord just runs into the cabin and hooks up to a system in there. It's also winter. We don't have a whole lot of sunlight, so we supplement it with a little Honda generator. And mostly the generator just keeps things going when it's high energy days, like when I'm editing these videos or when I'm working on stuff for my degree. The rest of the time, solar panel tends to do it. So coming up here, see the outhouse. We'll show you this. It's a nice outhouse. The guy we bought this trapline from, Ed, built it way back and works really well. It's nice and roomy and nice peeled logs. It's a very nice outhouse. We're lucky to have it. Beside here, we've got our system that gives us internet, lets us do all these videos and lets me do my degree online. It's through ExploreNet. It's pretty crappy. The satellite goes out a lot. And so if we're too many days without posting a video, probably it's because something went wrong with this. But it's just satellite internet. The cord runs in through the front of the cabin there. And lets us have some internet out here anyway. The last place we're going to show you out here is where the crew slept when we were filming Sons of Winter. A lot of people have asked us where they stayed, because clearly they didn't stay in that little cabin with us. And they're right. There we go. This is the bunkhouse and the storage shed. These are domes. They're made out of fiberglass and glass windows, which are pretty handy. The bears ripped the screen out of one of them. This is where the crew stayed. They had their bunk beds and the stove. These things don't heat the best. They only have about R2 insulation. Oh boy, there's the fun spot. Right in the middle of the dome, you get a weird echo. If you stand right here, someone on the top bunk can whisper and you hear them really loud in your ear. but again, this isn't the best for insulation. It's R2 insulation. They gave it a fancy name like Insulation 2000 or something. It sounded really good when they bought it. It's not really good. It makes for nice storage, and for when some friends come out to hang out and run line with us, they get a bed in here. We're not going to show you some of the stuff written on the dome. It was not written by us, it was written by the camera crew, and it's not appropriate for all audiences, including us. And this is the storage shed. This is where we store all our traps and our skinning supplies through the rest of the year when they're not out set up on the trap line. So, right now we've just got a couple of bed springs in here. That's about it. This is where the crew stored all their camera equipment, where they cooked, stored their outdoor equipment, all that sort of stuff. So you'll see some nice notes like, it's not safe to go alone. Take a light and a weapon. It's good advice on a trap line. Behind here we've got a good note. Picture a picture here. Perhaps your family. Again, a good note. Instructions for using the stove, which used to sit underneath here. Cooking. Turn the gas on, dummy. Yeah, and the main dome was called the Thunder Dome. So that's most of it here. We'll just show you the stove quick. This stove needed a pretty big wood box because, although it's not a very big area, the lack of insulation in this place lets the heat escape really fast. So a big wood box let the fire burn, made it so people didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night to stop the fire, at least not as often. That's about everything in here. We're going to head back to the cabin, and Jane's going to give you a tour of the cabin itself. So see you in a bit.
Hey guys, welcome to my part of the tour and to Dale's in my castle. So I'll show off just our little cabin here on the inside, give you guys a brief tour. As you can see, we learned our lesson from Sons of Winter to stock up on our food, make sure we have lots, and we've been blessed with an aunt who just loads us down with food. She wants to make sure we're well fed up here, and she supplies a bunch of canned stuff, dried stuff, a bunch of goodies. Our granny likes to supply some goodies, and our mom supplies goodies. So we're well set for goodies. And here you can see, this is the internet system that Dale was talking about earlier. It comes in through the wall here and just plugs in, and that allows Dale to work on his biology degree and the videos and get them posted and everything. And also you see where the cords come out through the wall, come to, well, one of them comes and powers a charger here, which the generator powers on days that aren't so sunny, that we need a little extra power that the solar panel's not keeping up. Solar panel also comes through here and goes down in here where we have a battery pack and an inverter. So that's our power system. So keep that maintained and does this pretty well. It's a small power system, but for all that we use in this little place, it's more than enough. I apologize for the mess. I mean, it is a bachelor pad at the moment, so. You'll see here's our water container. It's in a store-bought container, but it's not store-bought water. We're not that fancy up here. It's just a container we had and we've been using for a few years now. It's just a handy storage thing. We actually melt snow water and strain it and put it in there. This is our stove. Big step up from the one we had in Sons of Winter, because we actually have a little oven in here we can use, and we can, you know, hack off some meat from a deer or something and put it in there and just slow cook it. It's really nice. A couple burners, propane tank. So it's a luxury item in this cabin. This is Dale's bed and storage area. He's closed up there, and like I said, it's a small cabin. Pretty much anything possible that could be stored in places is filled with storage. We got our books up here and stuff, a little table. We do a lot of reading up here, that's why there's a lot of books. And more storage and tubs and under the table. This is my bed, and you probably recognize this wall from a lot of our videos. This is where we film a lot of our talking sessions, just because it's a nice simple backdrop and it's comfortable to just sit there and talk. This here is Dale's station. I pretty much stay out of this area. This is his computer and everything. He does his biology work here, and he's like the mixer wizard of putting the videos together, so he does all that work in his little cubicle. He's got the mic computer and some future episode ideas up there that we just keep mulling around and adding to. And wood for the stove. This is our beautiful stove. It's done as well. It's just smoldering right now. It's very nice because it doesn't need to burn very much to keep this little place warm, which is a huge bonus. It means a lot less wood cutting through the winter. And this is the snow we have melting to top up our water jug there. We just try to keep snow on, constantly melting, and just adding as we go. I guess this fan here is a bit of cool technology that we've added. It helps circulate the air. It's heat driven. It gets heated on the bottom of the pad from the stove, which powers a little motor in there, circulating air. And that's also a huge reason why we can just keep this thing barely alive, barely burning, and that just circulates whatever heat's coming off to the farther corners of the cabin and just keeps it all a very even temperature in here. So it's very handy. Other than that, that's the nickel tour of our palace. Hope you enjoy. Enjoyed giving you guys a glimpse of what our life is up here and how we're living, where we're living. Like, comment, and subscribe. We look forward to sharing more videos with you guys and hearing more from you. As always, comment, you know, your ideas, you know, where you guys trap, your cabin setups and all that. We love hearing from you guys, and we look forward to more videos in the future. See you later.